Hello everybody and welcome to this new online guitar lesson. I'm Iggy and today I would like to talk about the harmonic minor scale. The harmonic minor scale can be very useful if we want to obtain new sounds because it's not that different compared to the minor natural scale. But what we have here is a scale that is altered of one note, and this note altered can offer many opportunities for us to play. What I did at the very beginning of the video is using this scale with these arpeggios and different substitutions to obtain new different sounds, and I would like to explain you in this lesson how to do it properly. But guys, before starting this lesson, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you will find all the tabs and transcriptions and everything that is related to this lesson on my Patreon page. And by subscribing, you can sustain this channel, and also you can have access to many other different materials that I won't publish here on YouTube. So let's start by saying that the minor harmonic scale is just a variation of the minor natural scale. So what we have here is a minor natural scale that is formed by the note A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, A minor natural scale. So if we want to obtain the harmonic minor scale, we have to alterate the 7th degrees, and we have to raise it up 1/2 step. So instead of G, we are going to have a G sharp. So the new scale will be formed by the note A, B, C, D, E, F, and G sharp. This G sharp in particular will be very useful because the tone of the scale will completely change. So another important step now is to understand exactly how to harmonize the scale. When I talk about harmonizing the scale, it means that starting from the root of the scale, I can build more notes at a third of distance. It can be a major third or a minor third, it depends. And if I start from there, I can form some chords. So I can start by forming the triads, so 3-note chords, and then we can extend to the 4-note chords that include also the 7th. So let's start with the triads. If I start with A, I will have a minor triad A minor. And on B, I will have a B diminished triad. And on C, I will have a C augmented triad. On D, I will have a D minor triad. And on E, I will have an E major triad. And on F, I will have another major triad. And the last note will be G sharp, which will have a diminished triad again. So G sharp diminished. But at the same time, I can also extend this scale and the chords of this scale to the 4 notes. So I can also add the 7th. So in this case, we're going to have a different type of chord, let's say, which is always the same. It's like the triad plus the 7th. So what is going to happen here is that I will have A minor major 7th, and then I will have B half diminished, or minor 7 flat 5. And then I can also have starting by the 3rd degree, so C, I will have C major 7th sharp 5. And with D, I will have a D minor 7th. And with E, E 7th. F major 7th. And G sharp 7th diminished. Let's see now what we can do to use this scale completely. So what I'm gonna do right now is to play the shapes of the scale that I normally use, that are the 3-note 4 strings. And the reason why I use the 3-note 4 strings is that this scale is very useful if it is played like that, because the 3-note for strings can be very handy when we want to play legatos, for example, or different lines, and also are quite easy to use and to memorize. I personally tend to use that. Of course, it's your choice, but anyway, this is what I advise to you. Okay, it's worth mentioning that whenever you have a scale like that, you have to apply it, of course, to a chord. So if we come back to the backing track that I played at the very beginning, the backing track is just a pedal, means a fixed chord of E7. Okay, if I play this scale starting from E7, okay, starting from the root E, I'm gonna have a new type of scale that is gonna be called Phrygian dominant. This type of scale is actually, let's say, one of the modes of the harmonic minor scale, in particular the 5th mode. So this means that if I start the harmonic minor scale from E, I'm gonna have this new scale, okay, that is formed by the notes E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D. Okay, this scale is not more than just the A harmonic minor scale that starts from its 5th degree, okay? But it's like technically we're forming a new scale, a Phrygian dominant. So the Phrygian dominant is widely used for metal, for flamenco music, for jazz. It's widely used in rock, for example. So what you have to do is try to understand how to use all the shapes of the harmonic minor scale also on this chord. We can do also another type of transformation. So instead of just using the scale up and down, which can lead our solo to be a little bit boring, maybe what we can do is just using the arpeggios. So the arpeggios of the scale can be all the arpeggios that are that start basically from each degree. So from each note of the scale. And in this case, I'm gonna use the arpeggios with 4 notes. So whenever I have the arpeggios with 4 notes, I can play all these arpeggios over one single chord, and all the notes are gonna feel like inside, let's say. So it's not like playing the scale again and again, but what I'm gonna do is applying, let's say, a flavor of the scale, but with a different order. So let's see together which are the arpeggios that I can use. So let's see together how the arpeggio and the chord work together. Hey guys, before getting to the conclusion of this lesson, I would like to introduce to you an exercise that I wrote to see the scale more from a, let's say, technical point of view. Because I designed this exercise to help you to be more accurate in your playing. So this scale is a bit different compared to the minor natural scale, for example. So you need to target that different note properly. So I created this exercise that is based over a fixed pattern that I repeated along the scale, and it's like I harmonize the scale with this pattern. Okay, and this can be very useful if it's played with alternate picking. In the example that I'm going to play is played at 120, but of course you can step down the speed, and I advise you to do that in order to memorize, and then you can improve little by little. Okay, guys, it's everything I have for today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also you can add me to Instagram and TikTok. I like to connect to these platforms with you as well. Also, please leave me a big like if you think that this lesson has been useful for you, and I will see you all next time.